Who will outlast whom on the 49ers? Brock or Kyle?
So Brock, when you say Brock, starting quarterback, right? Like Brock has to be the starter, not he can't just like if he gets benched, like he hasn't outlasted Kyle, right? He may still be on the roster, but he's been benched.
There's a world where Brock is the long-term backup for some other quarterback on this team. That's crazy.
I'm just throwing.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, let's do it your way. Yes, okay. That's fine.
So Brock has to be the starter, and not because of injury, but Brock has to be the starter, and Kyle has to be the head coach. Okay, I think Kyle's gonna outlast Brock. I know this sounds crazy. I thought there would be no way that is possible. No way. But damn it, man. Like Kyle's going to find a way to not take the responsibility, and they'll win enough next year to get to the playoffs, and everything will be good. That'll reset his clock. And I have a feeling, man, Kyle's going to be the head coach of this team for a very long time. And I don't know that Brock's going to be the quarterback. Even if he gets paid, I'm still going to go with Kyle.
I think you're right. It's possible that if the Niners start over, they just start over and move on from both of them. But I don't see a coach that's looking at Brock and saying, you know what? I could do a lot better with that little guy than Kyle Shanahan is. Like, I could do better. I could see Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell looking at Jared Goff being like, he's not the problem with the Rams. Let's just give him a better offensive line. That's the number one pick. He's got an incredible arm. That's easy to put that together. Same with Sam Darnold. But with Brock, Mr. Irrelevant, some guys being like, Kyle can't do it. I can do better with that skill set. I don't know about that. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. And also, the Niners are going to trade Brock this offseason and get J.J. McCarthy, and then they're going to win the Super Bowl. So, I'm all in with that, baby. I mean, J.J. McCarthy he's a champion.
Oh,
he's a champion. Hey, maybe J.J. McCarthy could get Jake Moody to lock in too, former teammates.
Oh, he probably could.
The best out of Ronnie Bell.
Oh, well, I was going to say Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell's going to be relevant all of a sudden.
I freaking love that idea. That's David Lichty's idea.
Yeah, it was a great idea, man.
Shout out to David. That's a great idea. Why not? Why freaking not? I'm over here talking myself into trading up for Shadur Sanders. Like, no. No. Just trade 11 for JJ McCarthy if you can. 11. And what if they like 11's not enough? You got to throw a player in too. One player, even though those never happen in the NFL. But let's say this is the first one that ever happened. Who's it going to be?
You JJ. I'll give you Debo and Juice.
Yeah, come on. He could be. Would he even be in their top 3 wide receivers over there? They got Jessie Naylor as their number 3 wide receiver right now. He's pretty good.
He is pretty good. Spells his name differently, slightly. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've got what's his name that's probably going to retire? Like Harrison Smith's getting a little long in the tooth. Maybe they can have like Jair Brown or something. I don't know.
That's totally fair. Drake Jackson. I like that. Let's get it done.
Drake Jackson.
All right, let's go through the super chats. Bloodnut says future headline: Shanahan offers any team 3.5 first-round picks to take Moody off their hands. Love this show, guys. Best on the tube. Thank you, Bloodnut.
3.5 first-round picks. Great.
Brother Bob's been a member for 20 months. Anti-Kyle Levy. He says trade Brock and go with Dobbs. Nose system and cheap. Dobbs is going to create a quarterback controversy this weekend. I can't wait for it. I'm going to be there to witness the beginning of the Dobbs era. How many times are you going to throw to Juwan Jennings in this game? 20? They're teammates from college, and they got to get Jennings to 100 to 1,000 yards. He just might break the record for catches in a game. Can't wait. Dave Barclay says, healed from surgery. Damn, I feel good. Hashtag trade Lyle. Damn, it feels good to be a gangsta, says Dave Barclay. Thank you.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangsta.
I love that song. Oh, man. Only people who know Office Space know what we're talking about. Daniel Sotelo says, why are media questions to Kyle so bad? Is the media really that soft, or do they only ask questions they believe Kyle will answer? I don't want to get in trouble. These are my colleagues. You can go ahead.
I don't know why they're so bad. It is funny, though. There's like obviously a segment of the fan base that just like really hates Grant. And so that anytime a player or Kyle dunks on Grant, like that's their story. But there's another segment of the fan base that really wants answers to these questions. And that's where I think Kyle's a little bit tone deaf and not realizing like this is your opportunity to address concerns that the fans have. And when you crap on whatever reporter, and he's not done it not just to you, he's done it to other people as well. But when you crap on these reporters and it's like, well, that's a good question. Like, I want to know the answer. You're kind of crapping on the fan base and some of the answers they want to know. And without realizing it, you're kind of driving a wedge in the fan base. And that's why there's so many people that are like, get him out of here, because they don't feel like they're brought into the culture the way that Jim Harbaugh once did. So, and I've also talked to content creators that cover the Jets and some other teams. And I'm like, hey, like, what would rate Grant, like 1 being easy peasy, 10 being the hardest asking question guy of all time? What would he look like in the media room for your team? They're like a 3, like Grant, nothing if he was here covering the Jets. So
A Californian?
man.
Are you kidding? There'd be
Yeah,
like New Yorkers and people from New Jersey and Philly who are nuts. Like, yeah, I don't think I would really hold a candle to them, but out here, I'm controversial.
yeah, it's crazy.
And I want one more thing. Like, I don't think that these media people, my colleagues, are sitting there being like, man, Kyle sucks, but I don't have the guts to ask the question. I think they genuinely feel he's a good coach. And I think we're seeing more and more beat writers like have YouTube channels and sort of express their opinions, even when they're maybe don't traditionally in their writing. And we know that most of these beat writers think that he's a good coach, and maybe they're right. Maybe he is. I don't know. It seems like it's still kind of a minority opinion among media people to say like Kyle's the problem with this team. And so if they lose again next season, I think we would get more questions like that from the Matt Mayokos of the world. But right now, I think they're chalking it up to a down season, and maybe they're right. I don't know. I don't think they're right, but maybe they are.
I mean, it could be, but that's also 4 and 8 years.
Yeah, it is. And we're not just talking losing seasons. We're talking 10 losses. Sean Payton's never had a 10-loss season, ever. Just saying. Willie Reynolds, I floated the McCarthy trade on you guys, 4-man show last night and coach's show the night of the Niners-Lions game. Oh, you want credit. No, I thought of it first.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a great idea if that's the case. Yeah, for sure.
Dave Barclay says Dobb wins Sunday 7-10. No one's seen it coming. He will be the one quarterback with a winning record this year on the Niners. I can't wait. Brick equals Jimmy. Can we get anyone else? JJ, please, says Dave Barclay. People like the JJ idea. Official B&M Music 88 says Niners equals quarterback polygamy. The best quarterback is the next quarterback. Quarterbacks are like buses. Just wait 15 minutes. The next one's coming. Mufasa says that. What will the storyline be if Dobbs balls out?
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
We will. Lorenzo Gonzalez says, besides PM, which big money quarterback has won Super Bowl in the last 10 years? Stafford. Although he got paid more after he won. Brady.
Yeah, I count Stafford because Jared Goff was also on the books. So it's like,
yep. True.
You know, technically that was not all Stafford, but it was Stafford. So I count Stafford. Tom Brady was making good money. Yeah.
Yeah. Good question. Ryan Hart, first time on YouTube. Been following you guys on Twitter. Appreciate your work. Happy New Year, fellas. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Dave says off topic, good movies lately. Looking on Superbox. I have a suggestion. Favorite movie I saw in theaters this year? Anora. I'm not going to give any spoilers though. It's a good movie. Highly recommend it. Anora.
I don't know. You watch Squid Games at all? Show,
I
not a
the
movie.
First one. I heard the second one isn't as good.
It's definitely worth watching. And I think they're having the third and final season come out this year. And the way they left this one was a definite cliffhanger. I thought it was good. There's more story. It's more of a storyline in this one.
That sounds good. I'm into it. Rob Schneider says can't even enjoy football anymore. Can't hit, can't cover, can't without flags. KC are the new Patriots. The NFL is rigged. 4 more Super Bowls for them.
I hope that Kansas City doesn't win just for the sake of like every fan that's not a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs this year. I feel like the whole league needs Kansas City to just not win a Super Bowl this year. That'd be great.
Sir Cash Money says Sir Cash Money has been a member for 115 months. Wow. But then Dave Barclay says Patriot Builders of Montana have been members for 116 months.
Oh.
Brother Bob says Scatty Boo looks like a younger last second sports. John
Dude, that
Lee
guy
says
balled out today. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Crazy.
Is he going to be the Juszczyk replacement or the McCaffrey replacement? What number will the Niners give him when they inevitably draft him?
Give him 44. Give him 44.
Give him 44. John Lee says, rewatching from the beginning, but JJ McCarthy had a meniscus surgery, not an ACL. And the reporter who said it was an ACL is straight stupid with 2 O's. And he didn't get 2 surgeries. It was 1 surgery. That is great to know.
Was it meniscus? Oh, it was. He is right. It is meniscus. I remember because, okay, so when you have a meniscus tear, you can either get it trimmed, which only would be like a few weeks. Like I had a meniscus tear. I had a surgery this year. I was walking in 2 days. So like that's real. But if you get it repaired, it's like a 6-month deal. And you want to get it repaired because you don't want to end up bone on bone. So that is what happened. It was a meniscus. It wasn't an ACL. He's right about that. I forgot.
Good knowledge. Dave Barclay, you guys know Jess is on OnlyFans hiding stuff.
This one started last night. I do a roundtable show, and somehow one of the fans of like the Rams was like, man, Jess, something about an OnlyFans. So here I am. I guess I've got an OnlyFans.
I guess you got spotted. Dave Barclay says, does Scatty Bo have an OnlyFans page with pasties on? Wow. That's wow. Thank you, Dave.
Very graphic of you.
Helperman 123 says, Lyle's grade G for gone, Brock's grade C, QC, F minus. I could have done better this year. I definitely didn't have a positive impact on the team in any way. I was the John Lint. Sorry. Dave Barkley says, can't get Jess OnlyFans pick out of my head. Burned in. He's having a moment. Lyle says it all him, no matter who. Brick 86th. This fella says, I'm just, this guy says to Grant, at least Jesse says my name. I love you, Jesse.
Why we don't know what it is? It's so like I don't even know.
How were you sitting in your living room one day and be like, you know what? This is my name from now on. This is it. I don't want to say it. I don't like it. It's icky.
Because I don't understand it. I feel like there's something just off about it. Then you're going to be canceled for saying his name one of these times.
I don't want to say it.
No idea what it is.
9P says 0 context on Brock's down year versus Jimmy's playoff year. 24, Jimmy had the Avengers minus CMC. Brock had half of that. Not a BP homer, but Jesus, Grant. Jesus.
24?
What does Jesus have to do with this? Jesus died for your sins, 9Ps. So just leave him out of it right now. Let's talk about the 49ers, okay? Let's talk context. 2021, the year that Jimmy put up the exact same numbers that Brock just put up, Jimmy went 10-7.
Yeah.
So, hey, when Jimmy balls out this weekend, don't forget that I've always been a big Jimmy Garoppolo guy. Always believed in him. Don't forget.
Love Jimmy.
Love him. That being said, he ain't our franchise either.
Well done. Well done.
John Alvarado says, trade Kyle to Chicago for 2 firsts. Purdy to the Raiders for a first. Move up for Sanders or Ward. Sign Ben Johnson. Now we have money to go spend. Trade Debo for a bag of chips. Thoughts? I want the chips. What chips are we talking? Dude, are we talking Sun
2
chips?
first-round picks, a new quarterback, 3 first-round picks, a new quarterback. Wow. That'd be crazy.
If you got Doritos or Lay's on a table and you could choose which one are you going for?
Doritos.
All day.
Well, hold on. Cool. What are we talking about? Nacho?
Obviously Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
You're not a Cool Ranch kind of guy?
I am a Cool Ranch kind of guy, but I like
nacho
cheese better. Same.
Fair enough. B Cruisin 302 says, love it when Grant asks Kyle any questions, his smug face gets sarcastic. Brother Bob says, I would depose Kyle Levy. He's lucky I have no press credential. Dude, you're a tough one, man. Andrew Powell says, why do you think Ben Johnson will be a good head coach? He seems like another guy like McDaniel who can call plays but has no leadership skills. That's fair. I have no sense or feel for his personality or leadership ability. Don't know. Good question.
Yeah, there's no guarantee he would be great. But how do you know he has no leadership skills? I mean, I don't know.
He's been around Dan Campbell for a long time. Doesn't mean he can be Dan Campbell, but he's gotten a pretty good example of what a leader is. Got Honora pulled up. We'll check out after this. You're going to love it. I'm not going to say love, but you're going to like it very much. I highly recommend it. My PFP are my chickens. I'm trustworthy. All right, poop saggets. Thank you very much.